Whoa, I'm from the gutter in the concrete. Why watch the throne if the throne's within arm's reach? I'm talking 2 clips, 1 piece. Put a fee up then I can eat off for every .3. I'm from the hood where they loyal to the smell of been frank in the pot. When they boil at the top of the block, put the rock by the soil. I'm a hard boy, D-boy, pro. Then I was loyal to the block on the
So what's your take on Summer Madness? Tell us about
Summer Madness. First off, Summer Madness was crazy. Shout out to URL, shout out to Smack, shout out to everybody that was at Summer Madness, all the fans. Like, it was just crazy. From a couple years ago, from us just battling in barbershops and on the corner to packing a venue like that, Diddy in the front row throwing money, Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know, like, my real talk about it is people, what a lot of people are asking is about recaps and all that. I don't really want to do a recap about it. I'd rather just grade the MCs, like, especially the legends. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people wondering if they could keep up, if they can adjust. You know what I mean? If they ready for the new era or if they're still the best out. I mean, we can grade them. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me a legend, and I'll just grade each legend about performance and just what they doing. You know what I mean? Who you got in mind? Which legend?
Let's go with Serious Jones.
Serious Jones, I give Serious Jones a B-. Like, a B-. Like, Serious Jones he's cool, but he's not gonna last in this era. Like, he did okay with Charlie. He did okay. His second round was horrible though. Like garbage. Like, just trash. Like, Serious Jones shit was just like garbage. Like, his second round. His first round was good. But he still tried to incorporate a few jokes and shit that was just like, you know what I mean? And his third round, I honestly think if he got any round, he might have got the third round, but it was more by default because Clips didn't finish his round, you know? But Serious, if he studies, I don't know hating shit, if he studies and he still applies and he be humble about it, then maybe he could do his thing. But if he's gassed, which I think he's gassed, he gonna run into somebody like me and he gonna get his ass torched. Like, for real, because he's okay. He's not great, though. I don't think he's a legend. Like, he showed a lot of chinks in that armor. And in this new era, niggas will just feast on that, like, easy. You know what I mean? But I give him a B- for his performance at Summer Madness.
What about Loaded Lux?
Now, Loaded Lux, performance-wise, like he put on a show. He put on a show. I give him that. He put on a crazy show. Just everything. He made it like wrestling. He came out with the casket. He had a suit on. His delivery. He had an image, a theme. All that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? Only thing, ball-wise, like ball for ball, there's not that many people that could fuck with Loaded Lux. But on the same note, though, Loaded Lux be rambling sometimes. And if he rambles and you don't come with a hard punchline until every 16 or 24 bars, you could lose a battle too. I don't think he lost to Calico. I think there's just some things that he's got to work on. But if anybody I think is more adjusted to this period and could keep up, it's Loaded Lux. He just needs to stop rambling as much and get straight to the point. If he could do that, he could be crazy. If he don't do that, he could end up losing too. But his performance is based on Summer Madness. He choked, but it wasn't a real choke. It's just, you gotta understand, somebody like Loaded Lux is used to battling in a room. So when niggas go crazy for the punchline, you could keep rapping. You know what I mean? He was performing in front of 7,000, 6,000 people. So when they went crazy, he didn't remember his line to jump back in. You know what I mean? And that shit happens to everybody. So, you know, I just say, I give Lux a A. I give Lux an A on that because he still did his thing, though.
Because a lot of people were saying, I was checking out some of the comments on YouTube, people were saying that he staged the whole choke. He did that on purpose.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Lux is my... I would be able to tell I was standing right there. Like, I'm standing as far as I am from you. That's how far I was to Lux. I was standing right there. You know what I mean? Like, but he did his thing. You know what I mean? But he definitely did. He stumbled. It wasn't a choke like he choked. It was more of a... The crowd goes crazy... And they going so crazy for about 45 seconds, 50 seconds. And then you don't remember where you stopped at. You know what I mean? You trying to remember what the next line is type shit. But, you know, he could work on that. He'll that. I'll give him that.
Who do you think that's out there right now that'll actually beat Lux? Like 2-1 or body bag him?
I don't know, because everybody has their days. Anybody could be anybody. It's all about how much time you had to prepare and the angles. You know what I mean? I like the angle that Lux picked in the 3rd round. That was kind of dope. You know what I mean? Your pops wasn't no gangster. He was a lost nigga. Like, that was dope. You know what I mean? That was real dope. That was really out the box. So, he showed a lot of promise, and he showed that he really, like, he doesn't just host these battles at the Lions, then it doesn't pay attention. He's on his high horse. It shows that he's listening, and he's figuring shit out. You know what I mean? So, I fuck with Lux. But anybody could be anybody on any given day. It's all about who prepares the most and who has enough ammo, really. Once you at that top level, you know what I mean? The Bulls could beat the Thunder this week, and then next week the Thunder gonna beat the Bulls. You know what I mean? It's just, that's how it go.
All right, let me ask another question that's pertaining to the same thing. Who you think out there will be a good match for him? Like, it'll be a classic battle.
I think Lux.
Yeah.
If Lux was to battle, who would Lux get crazy with? To be honest with you, I personally would want to see like Lux and Hoffa. You know what I mean? Because there's a tension there. At the same time, there's a tension there. So like seeing Lux and Hoffa is like real shit is gonna happen in that battle. You know what I mean? Real shit is gonna be brought up. Two niggas that knows enough history about each other. Like Calico doesn't know everything about Lux. You know what I mean? It's Lux knows shit about Math. Math knows shit about Lux. There's already a little bit of tension there. They were supposed to battle before, and they could create a classic, and that's what people want to see. You know what I mean? There's got to be storylines behind it. I think right now, yeah, like especially after Hoffa, what he just did, that would be dope. That would be dope.
What about my boy Iron Solomon?
Solomon is my dude. You know what I mean? I was rooting for Solomon in this battle. You know what I mean? Things particularly didn't go his way. That's still my nigga at the end of the day. Solomon, see, it's a little different because I heard his rounds maybe like the night before the battle. You know what I mean? The night right before the battle, I heard his rounds or whatever like that. He had dope material all the way across, and he really had 7 rounds for Mook. He didn't just have them 5. He had 7 rounds for Mook. You know what I mean? It was nothing about his pen game, but I think it was more or less with that crowd, you have to understand its delivery and its your stage presence, you know. And I think that was the one thing. Even Solomon, we spoke about it. Like he said, he knew that was the one thing he would have to work on. Cause Murder Mook moves around. Murder Mook is showing Kate. You know what I mean? Like he's got that whole package. So Solomon knew he couldn't just stand still and rap like he did with Enes or like he did in past battles or previous battles. You know, that was the real thing. And you know, I think body language speaks a lot in battle rap, especially for the URL crowd. You need to have that body language where people are really believing what you're saying and fucking with it. But you know, Solomon, I give Solomon, that's my dude. You know what I mean? And I knew what he had, but I also knew what he was up against. So, you know, for what he did, he didn't stop rapping, he didn't choke, he didn't stumble. That's fucking hard to do because that crowd was not trying to like hold him back. You know what I mean? Like they was not trying to hold him down, and for him to still finish each of his rounds online, it shows how much sportsmanship he has and respect he has for the culture. So I give Solomon a B. I give Solomon a B.
All right. I think his last but not least would be Murder Mook, right?
Mook. Mook gets an A in schemes. Mook gets an A in delivery. Mook gets a A in stage presence. Like the dude has the whole package, but there's just one thing Murder Mook lacks, and that's punchlines. Like he has no arms. He doesn't punch at all. But his schemes are so crazy, he compensates for that. He's able to take a room and just see exactly what the point he's trying to prove. And that's real difficult to do. He don't have punchlines and he's still able to make people be wow. You know what I mean? The schemes that he used, I'm not going to spoil it for those that didn't get to see the battle. So the schemes he used were crazy. Crazy. Especially his last few schemes, like towards the end of the battle. I think at the beginning of the battle, he was showing off a little rust and he was weak with certain things. Or just the way he said it. But like, besides punchlines, like, I don't really think he has punchlines and metaphors. But besides that though, like dude definitely did his thing. I give Mook a A+, just because even with the lack of punchlines, he went crazy and took over that whole building. You know what I mean? And you got to be one of the best to be able to do that. And that's no hate. You know what I mean? So I give him that.
So out of all the legends, who you think that can keep up with the new breed?
I think Mook, if he pays attention, he could keep up. I think all of them could keep up, but it depends on if they get off their high horse.
I mean, who you think that would last though? Out of all,
they all could last. Yeah. I really think they all could last. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly think like the only people that are kind of gassed is probably like Sirius Jones is kind of gassed. You know what I mean? Even though Rex is a legend, we ain't really got to talk about Rex because Rex, he ain't never go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Enes is, you know what I mean? Like, we don't even need to grade Enes, man. He got killed. You know what I mean? but you know, I think Sirius, Mook, and Lux can keep up. But they can only keep up if they humble themselves and they look at their footage and they realize what they did wrong. Because every one of us is already looking at that footage and we're already seeing what y'all doing wrong, and we're gonna be coming for y'all. Like that ass.
Last time I got up with you, I forgot to ask you the question. One of your favorite balls that you did in the battle, and what was one of your favorite balls that went over the crowd head?
Yeah, like I felt a certain type of way about that, man. Real talk, man. But nah, I think a line that a lot of people didn't get, or it's a line that a lot of people asked me about. It was directed at Surf, but I said it to Shug. Y'all talk about a grip 8. I ain't worried if his clips spray. They never shoot tsunamis on nothing but a big wave. Y'all talking like he a made man, but I'll show you that he's bitch made, and then I have them caps lock on with the big K's.
Okay. Big
K's, caps lock. Wordplay, no way you'll belittle me. So if he wave, his caps off like little C's. Little C's got waves. Waves, caps off. Little C's, caps off. You know what I mean? Keyboard, like triple meaning, wordplay type shit. You know what I mean? That's my type of shit. A lot of people just didn't get that, but you know, that's a line that really goes over a lot of people's heads, real talk.
And what was one of your favorite balls that you did that you was like, damn, I thought of that shit, like I wrote that shit?
One of my favorite balls, to be real, one of my favorite balls, and I give the fans a treat, is probably a ball that I told Young L. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what I mean? I said, y'all swear like he gets it in. Oh, and y'all let Marlon off the hook like fisherman. I'll drown him in his misery. Marlon will never swim again. So how he lack arms but finna win. Think about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that, you know what I mean? I fuck with L, but, you know, might as well give the fans a treat of a ball they ain't never gonna hit. So, you know, his real name's Marlon. You know what I mean? Y'all let Marlon off the hook like fisherman. Drown him in his misery. Marlon will never swim again. So how he lack arms, but he finna win.
Alright, so, yeah. I had got this from your boy Mav, because I asked him a favorite ball.
Hold on. First, shout out to Hoffa. Just called a mean body. You know what I mean? That's how we do. Fuck with him. Hoffa was shaking, boy.
He had told me, he was like, yo, I can't tell you my favorite ball, but I give you my favorite scheme. So now I'm looking, I kind of got the idea from him. He the first person I did that with, was actually his idea, but now you the first person I'm doing it with as me just keep going on with it. So
my favorite scheme, it probably is like what I told Holla, like in the 3rd round, just when I had the whole Menace to Society scheme and all that. Like, I think that was like the best scheme that I had, and I think it was the perfect time for that scheme. You know what I mean? Like, any other times, schemes are good, but just the feeling of the room and the impact that it had on the battle, the end off a battle like that, the timing, everything, I think just the whole Menace to Society. You sit right down, nigga, you a bitch right now. Like, you know what I mean? Just the energy and how real it was and all that. You know what I mean? I think that definitely was like my favorite scheme, for sure, for sure.
What you think about the URL, or you think it's to me, I don't know, this is my opinion, look like it's about to go mainstream.
I mean, I think everything is about to go mainstream. I just think we just really working on the right sponsors and endorsements. You know, there's a few things that you just have to realize that if we're going to get that major endorsement, there's certain things that we have to work out business-wise. Like, you know, no offense to anybody, but like we use the word faggot a lot. We use curse words, you know what I mean? We use derogatory comments towards either women or a certain type of people. So you got to be careful because certain companies aren't going to stand by that or endorse it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they not. Like Coca-Cola's not gonna stand next to us if we calling people faggots, and bitches, and you know what I mean. So you know, but at the same time, we can't be 106 in Park, because then we're gonna be watered down, and then nobody's gonna watch the shit. You know, so we in limbo right now, just trying to figure out how can we get from here to here. You know what I mean? That's what we basically trying to do. So I think Smack and Beasley and Chico and Norbs and Castro, I think they know what they doing. It's just a lot of people are starting to tap into it now too. A lot of other leagues too are figuring it out. So it's really about who just handles the best business and crosses it over.
But what would you like to let your fans know about you out there?
I just want to let my fans know that I'm a real dude that really appreciates y'all reaching out. I listen to the comments. I go on the Facebooks and the debate teams, and I debate, and I like to get opinions from all y'all and really figure out what the people want to see, you know, and I'm humble myself, and just me staying like that is what's helping me, you know what I mean, grow as a brand, not just as Cortez, but as a brand that helped my team grow as a brand. So, you know, like I said, just let my fans know that every time you comment, I'm listening. And I'm doing this for y'all at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I got to feed my family, and I love that feeling when I'm walking in the street and people recognize my work for my words. Like, that's like the best feeling in the world, you know? So, I'm listening. Fuck with me. 16's and Better Part 2 coming out in October. The Exception album will be dropping later on this year. More videos. If you don't know, download the XXL mixtape. We in the booth now. Shout out to my niggas. Busy the Artist, Chris Crown, Rebel Life, you know what I mean? Savvy was shaking, Reezy, we all out here, my whole Murder Ave gang, NYB, Team Homie, we doing it. Bow, no days off. Your Midnight Mogul TV. Fuck with them. We'll get the fuck out. You're the door's that way. Bow.
See that? That's how we live in it. You know what it is. My nigga Busy the Artist, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to cop that Rebel Life, man. Hit up the Instagram, Rebel_Life_clothing. If you need something, I got all sides. Busy the Artist.
Why you call that Rebel Life though, man?
Because it's live for the moment and dress for today, man. You feel me? You might not be here tomorrow to get fresh.
Rebel Life, man.
Even this blunt, that Rebel Life, even this good blunt.
See that heartbreaker fitted though, right? Sheesh. Entrepreneurs, man.
What they talking about?
We everywhere, man. Crazy out here, man. Yo, free my nigga Dummy Double on the double.
Yo. Free Hollow, free KO, free my nigga H. Knocked out that DT. Fuck that fuckboy DT. Nigga thought you could get it. My man linked the nigga. I don't care about that dash. Nigga, big. Yo, shout out to St. Louis though too. Y'all showed me why I love last night. Real niggas too, Juice was shaking. You know what I mean? Like felt comfortable.